Okay, this video is talking about filtering, and filtering is a little different than sorting. You want to make sure that you have your in-class practice file open that we've been working on, and that you are on our sorting tab where we had typed this information in and practiced sorting it in a specific order, as this is the information we're going to use to practice filtering as well. So if you need to, pause the video and get to where you have this information on your screen, and I'll go through filtering with you. Filtering is different than sorting in that what filtering does is it takes all of the information that you have in your spreadsheet and it pulls out only the pieces of information that meet a specific criteria that you give it. So for example, you might, on this one, we might say we want to filter out our 5 pieces of information and only get the pieces of information where the people live in Liberty. Okay, so then once we put the filter on, it will only show us that information where people's city equals Liberty. And the Kansas City ones will be hidden from us temporarily. They're not deleted, they're just hidden. Again, filtering is like sorting where there's lots of different ways to do it. I'm going to show you one way, and then if you discover or know a different way, it's totally fine for you to use that as well. What I'm going to do first is I'm going to unfreeze the header row that we had frozen before when we were sorting. So I'm just going to make sure I'm on my row 1. I'm going to view, and I'm going to choose no frozen rows. Okay, and then you'll see that there's no longer that thick line in between row 1 and row 2. All right, so for filtering, I'm going to highlight all of my information, including my header row. So I'll highlight everything. And then I'll show you, this is the shortcut button for filtering, but I'm going to use the data menu that we used when we were sorting. And as you get used to using filtering, if you want to use that shortcut button, you are welcome to do so. So I'm going to go to Data and choose Filter. When you choose Filter, you will see that the top row of your information that you had highlighted now has a little, it's like a little filter showing, or a little funnel, the top of a funnel. Looks like an upside down triangle showing up on the right hand side of each cell. So let's go to City, and the word City is here, and then the button that works for it is to the right of it. So I'm going to use the down arrow here, and the filter menu shows up. So if I want to see only the pieces of information, only the data that for the people that live in Liberty, I would leave Liberty checkmarked, and I would uncheckmark Kansas City or any other option that was here. You know, we could have more options, but in our spreadsheet, there's only 2 cities available, Kansas City and Liberty. So I just want Liberty to show up. It has a check mark next to it. I'm going to hit OK, and then look at the information. We no longer have 5 pieces of information. We only have 3, just the information for the people that live in Liberty. You can tell a filter is on because this now looks a little bit different. It has a green color to it. So that's how you tell which column is being filtered at the time. Notice over here on my row numbers, you will see they go 1, 4, 5, 6. So 2 and 3 are missing. They're just the information that had Kansas City as a city. So it's hidden until we take the filter off. And to take the filter off, you just do Data, turn off Filter, and that returns you to your original 5 pieces of information. Okay? So I want you to practice now. Go ahead and filter your information so you only see the people who live in Kansas City, which I just noticed I have a spelling mistake, but that's okay. So what you'll want to do is go to make sure your information is highlighted, go to Data and Filter. I'm working in City again, so I'm going to use the button next to it. This time I'm going to uncheck mark Liberty because I only want to see the Kansas City ones, and hit OK. And now it's only showing me the people who live in Kansas City. Take the filter off by going Data, turn off Filter. It's that easy. Okay. All right, so that's filtering. You do want to understand later on for a little quiz the difference between sorting and filtering. Sorting takes all of your data and puts it in a certain order. Filtering starts with all of your data, but then only shows you the data that meet the criteria that you give it, like what city it lives in, or what city the data is from, whatever your filter might be.